Hey guys, Hellville here. How's it going? Um, I totally didn't get to see this when it first came out. Um, so I'm pretty excited to watch it now. Sorry for any eating sounds. I just didn't get my shit together in time. Um, this is the zucchini that I grew and is now dinner. So, I suspect this probably won't be like the longest stream. Um, because I think this video is only like 20 minutes, so I don't think it'll be the longest stream. Um, but yeah, if you're interested, I put a little bit of sesame oil, I put some soy sauce, and I put minced garlic. And delicious. Delicious. Yes, very tasty. That's how I like it. Oh, let me not take up Bond's space in case he wants to come up and say hi to everyone. Ahoy, Bruce. Ahoy. How are you? Hey, Cindy. How you doing? Um, okay, yeah. So I was in Vegas. So therefore, I did not have a chance to watch a few things. I'm still catching up on some stuff. I was already behind before Vegas, so now I'm like extra behind. So such is life, such is life. There's only so much you can watch in a day. And there's not a whole lot going on in the Owens verse at the moment anyway, so seems like a good time to catch up on um on some couch court, on some bacon bears. I just caught up on Echo's stream that he did on Friday. Fabulous as always. He mentioned me a few times actually. It was very sweet. Yeah, so he, in one of my previous lives, in the one that I did from Vegas, he said that I should do a hydrate with Hellville graphic for my store for merch, because I always tell you guys to hydrate whenever I hydrate, so everyone hydrate. So I am going to do that, so keep your eye peeled for that. Of course, I'll make a post on the YouTubes and stuff as well whenever that goes live, so. And I also did not book this stream super far in advance. I meant to do it last night after I ended the stream, and then time just got away from me. Doesn't it always? Okay, so there was another wellness check. I forget why it was called. There must have been some sort of blog post that she put out. I think Medium should ban her, personally. But yeah, I mean, she's just constantly saying how, like, you know, life-endingly thinking she is at all times. And then when the police come, no, they're just harassing me. I just said that to say that. Oh no, I just said that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean I would actually do anything to end myself. Oh no, oh no. Why are the police here again? This is harassment. Bitch. Stop saying you're going to end yourself. Oh, by the way, Bruce, is Sarah with you? Hello to both of you, if that is the case. So, hello. Ahoy and ahoy. Yeah, so anyway, I don't really understand the premise behind the complaining about the wellness checks if you're going to constantly keep writing stuff about that. I think she just wants all of us to stop talking about her, but that's not going to happen. So every article, sorry, my bad, slip. Every blog post you put out leaves you open to us talking about you and about it. And then potentially, if you're ideating self-harm in these blogs, then, you know, people might call the authorities to make sure that you're not hanging from a rafter or something. Idiot. Anyway. Oh, okay, she's not with you yet, Bruce. Well, when she arrives, tell her I say hi. Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense to me. Why keep continuing to say this crap if you don't like what the outcome is, which is essentially the police coming knocking at your door? It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, also, by the way, it is Wine Wednesday, so here's my mischief managed mug. Well, mug, not really a mug, a brain I might come out with an Hellville graphic as well. But yeah, mischief managed wine tumbler, I think is the word I was looking for. So my brain, the brain, not always braining. Mm, delicious. So regardless of what you are hydrating with tonight, hydrate. Okay. Let me share my screen. God, I feel like I'm in a work meeting. Let me share my screen, guys. I pulled it up, and due to the wonderful instruction of Ms. Rennie, aka transmission packet, aka tax packet, or aka whatever people call her, I am playing it directly from my downloads, so there should not be any issues. But there could be. I do not know. I do not know. We will find out. So, should be good to go. Okay. Got my ears. Oh, and I'm using the video from All the Best Research. They are incredible at what they do. I know they also are working in conjunction with Schnitzel Ninja. They are all wonderful humans. So also make sure to watch their original content whenever it does come out, anytime it comes out. So little disclaimer and credit there.
This is Tracy.
Hi. I was wondering if I could call in a welfare check for someone that lives in Scottsdale, just so that you're aware I don't live in.
Okay, what's the address we need to go to?
So it is, apologies, I had everything pulled up and I exited out. You might be very familiar with it. It's,
Okay, and is that a house or is there a unit number?
Actually,
so it's a freestanding home, but the person lives in the
that's
pool house in the backyard.
oh no. How is it buffering? Is it just because I went full screen? This can't possibly be happening. Bloody
Is
hell.
the main house occupied?
Yes, it has her two elderly parents.
I think I would have really extra appreciated if whoever made this call called it a mesita, but I don't think we were there in the timeline yet when this call was made. I just think it would have been extra funny. She calls it a casita, but it's really a mesita. She might be piled under, like she might be, under a giant pile of clothes. We're not sure. Yes, exactly, Cindy. Thanks to Schnitzel Ninja and All the Best Research for keeping us informed always. They are wonderful. Okay. I've never personally communicated with Schnitzel Ninja, but she seems like she really just wants justice and all of that, and I'm very much aligned with that. I have spoken to the team extensively behind All the Best Research, and I know that they are also very justice oriented and also just like wonderful humans. And I'm sure Schnitzel Ninja is also wonderful. I just have not spoken to her, so I can't say from personal experience. Oops, wrong thing to click.
Okay, and who is it we're checking on?
Her name is Laura Owens.
Laura
So you said
Blowens.
Owens?
Yes, Owens as in Sam.
Okay, and how old is Laura?
She's, I don't know her exact date of birth, but
Okay.
Okay. Do you have the phone number?
I'm sorry. How, like, not to pick apart this person. How? We've seen how many court appearances at this point, virtual and in person? May 14th, 1990. And I have a memory disability. How does she not know her birthday? Come on. Thank you for calling, but come on.
Number for her?
I do not.
Okay. And what is her relationship to you?
So I don't know if you are personally familiar with her. I know she calls you guys all the time. She's currently facing like 14 felony charges. She had like this whole paternity scandal with the Bachelor Clayton Eckerd. I am literally one of the people that follows, I'm a true crime person that follows her court cases. She posted a Medium blog today for the public to read because apparently she has an eating disorder. It goes on for 23 pages talking about how she's going to die.
Oh, yeah.
She
So I guess that's the article that was the catalyst for this call. The internet is responsible for her eating disorder article. I keep calling it an article, which is high praise, way more than it should be. It is indeed a blog post. So anyway, yeah, I think we all know how I feel about that. I think having an eating disorder is incredibly difficult. People who have eating disorders are generally like they're going through a lot, as is she, but she has an eating disorder to blame the internet, in my opinion. So there's that. Hey Berkeley, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome. We are watching the body cam footage, well, the police call and body cam footage from the January wellness check. My words are escaping me today, so sorry guys.
has a history of making suicidal statements. She has made suicidal, you guys have done wellness checks, I want to say in around, I don't even remember.
Does anyone know, has she made life-ending statements in every blog post or just some of them? Like a good amount of them, obviously, but just some of them. I'm just wondering because I haven't done the maths, but I think she might do it in every blog post. Obviously, as a manipulation tactic, but some of them, not all of them. Okay, yeah, I find it absurd, obviously. But I was almost thinking maybe it was all of them, but I guess not. So you probably know better than I do. Yeah, Cindy seconds the notion that it was just some.
When it is now, like the last couple months, because a podcaster who follows the case, Dave Neal, they sent,
The
someone
blood is
sent
on
him
your
like an anonymous
hands.
email that she had attempted suicide. So like you guys have been out for wellness checks before. There was an issue in like 2023 where the FBI actually called one in because she reported someone for something and said that she was borderline suicidal. So this is the thing. She writes a 35-page manifesto that's posted online talking about how she's going to drop dead any day.
Yeah, so she might not be doing immediate measures to end her life, but if you stay that anorexic for that long, that is a measure of ending your life in just in a different format. So she's going on and on about it, but at the same time, it is a form of life ending, one way or the other, in my opinion.
If you want a link and there's a way for me to provide it to you, I can certainly link you to what she wrote.
I can have the officer reach out to you. They have to have contact with you and then have the means to send a link. So get to review that. I'll have the officer contact you.
Okay, that's perfect.
What is your name?
So my name is
This officer has a very like sexy voice, kind of like the female Omar.
And last name? And what state are you in? Okay. And what is your callback phone number? Okay. All right. I've got the basics in there from what you've given me. So I'll get that over to the officer, have him review it. I'll have him give you a call.
okay. Does it come from like, will it say like Scottsdale Police or unknown number,
It'll
just so
likely
that I
show blocked
know?
or restricted. It's usually one of our patrol officers, and they usually call from a cell
Perfect.
phone. So yeah, it'll come in as unknown.
Perfect. Just so that, because, spam calls are fun nowadays. So that way, if
Right.
it comes in blacklisted or something like that, I'll just answer it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. This is quite blurry. I think I read that the video came from the obviously official FOIA, fully blurred. I don't understand why. I feel like whoever paid for the FOIA should request at least a partial refund because that is actually crazy. Not only are we waiting 8 months to finally see it, but on top of that, it's blurry for no reason at all. When previous body cam footage was not blurry, like, what is the reason for blurring the whole thing? Blur her phone. Yeah, blur her phone. Blur an address if it's showing her street address or anything like that. Everything else should be pretty, unless someone's walking around naked in the background, which I don't think there is. That's wild to me. I'm just gonna think I have like cataracts or something, this whole body cam. Oh, they extra blurred her phone. They Oh dear.
Hi, is this?
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, Officer Dunn with Scottsdale Police. How are you?
Oh, thank God, because I took a chance and answered, but it was really weird because it said.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, we use phone apps to make phone calls and such, and it just automatically generates a phone number from the same area code of the call we're making. But
Bruce says walking around naked in this economy. Yeah, that helps in this economy. You don't need as many clothes if you're just walking around naked most of the time, right? Plus, you don't need to blast your AC as high.
yeah, so you called in and asking us to check welfare on Laura.
Yes,
Can you?
yes, it's a very bizarre situation.
Yeah, so fill me in. What's going on?
Okay, so here's the thing. I have followed this case. I don't know her personally. She knows of me. She's written people email complaints about me, but
Shocker.
ultimately she has this history of making suicidal statements. It's usually manipulative, but unfortunately, I used to be a social worker. Nobody wants to question anything like that because ultimately we want people to be safe.
I don't think she meant it like this, but she did say, unfortunately, I used to be a social worker, and it just made me chuckle a little bit because that is a thankless job, and social workers need to be given a lot more accolades than they are, in my opinion.
Right.
So I follow this case, and today she posted
Oh dear.
a Medium blog online that's like 34 pages long, and I can send you a link to it if you want.
Sure.
But basically, she goes on for like 34 pages about how her eating disorder is so bad she can't control it and she's going to die. She talks about death multiple times. It's very fixated on death. In this particular article, she doesn't make any clear-cut suicidal statements, but you guys have been out to her home before because I can't remember when, but in recent-ish times, like I want to say in the past year, she had somebody had sent Dave Neal, a podcaster, an anonymous email that she had attempted suicide. You guys were out for that. There was another time she filed some kind of report with the FBI and said she was borderline suicidal, and you guys went out.
Oh, I got a notification from YouTube, by the way, that something wasn't okay because I used the James Bond music. What else am I supposed to use when this guy is coming to say hello is my main question. Bond, James Bond. Spy cat extraordinaire. Did you want to say something to everyone? No, you want to go in your beach shack? Thank you. Yeah, it'll be very upsetting. Maybe I need to get like an unlicensed James Bond-ish theme for him. I don't know. Maybe I could get like Echoes to do some sort of something that's unlicensed for me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, he needs to have a theme song when he comes to say hi. Like, it's a requirement. I don't know what YouTube wants me to do about that. It was ridiculous. And also, I'm not sure how to cut that out, but I'm gonna try to later.
For that. So the fact that she has all these risk factors, you know, she's indicted for 14 charges. She's got like multiple court cases across state. She's got, because I mean, I don't know how well you personally know this case. I'm sure your department knows a lot about her overall. Like, there's probably officers that are like, oh yeah, I've talked to her. But it's, I don't know like how much you've ever actually gotten.
Oh, the bloody buffering. The bloody buffering. Oh no, I think I'm buffering too. The whole internet is buffering. Oh my God. So I could do that, but I can't talk? This is so weird.
To tap in, but
Okay. I am not amused. Thank you, Cindy, for letting me know that. But yeah, this is wild. And I even updated my Chrome and everything, and because I thought maybe that was the issue, and it seemed to work yesterday, but apparently not today. So ridiculous. I was buffering. I have another screen, and I have my YouTube playing on another screen to make sure I could see what you could see. And I was definitely buffering. It seems. Maybe I'm only buffering for some people. I have no idea. If I was not buffering for you, then I'm sorry for all the silence. Yeah. And to what Bruce said, yeah, Laura caught charges and writes stupid blogs. Not sure what a beat cop is supposed to do about any of that. I mean, the beat cop isn't supposed to do anything about her writing blogs necessarily. I mean, a beat cop could maybe say to her, hey, look, this is not okay that you do this. You're just going to keep getting the cops sent to you. And it would perhaps behoove you to simply stop writing about your suicidal ideations in your blog posts. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they could say, hey, if you don't want the cops regularly coming to your home, then stop writing those posts, or at least stop including that stuff specifically in those posts. I mean, a beat cop, if they were informed on the situation, could maybe do that, but most, I think, aren't really that informed on the situation. Unfortunately. Cindy said her mother should tell her that. Yeah, well, her mother is probably telling her to write the damn blog post in the first place. Oh, honey, they're a joke. They're all a joke. Make them feel bad for you. Make them feel bad for you. Honey.
Ridiculous. She's got a lot of risk factors. She doesn't have a lot of support. She does have this eating disorder. She lives with her parents, and like, her mom is going to the gym with her every day, and you can see in pictures that she posts online that she looks skeletal. So I really am just concerned for her safety. I'm concerned if this is like a passive way of saying, like, I'm just going to off myself. I don't know. I'm not in her head. But
I'm actually wondering, does anyone know what was I thinking? Going to the gym. I know I want the gym taken away from her. Well, I was gonna ask. I should have started the question, then I would be part of the way through it and I wouldn't have forgotten what I was gonna ask. Oh, this is gonna bother me. Okay, anyway.
like I said, all the risk factors, all the stress, the fact that she's had bad bankruptcy hearings this week.
Oh, does anyone know where she is posting these photos of her skeletal ass, saying 5 million Barry's boot camp classes as of today, all that shit? Does anyone know where she's posting that? I'm so curious because does she have an Instagram? Is she posting it to Facebook? Is she a boomer? I mean, maybe, but where is she even posting this stuff? I know Justice for Clayton Official has been finding it and posting it whenever they find it, but like where are they getting it? I'm curious. Because I can't follow Justice for Clayton Official from regular means.
It's just kind of like it's.
Bruce said, is she violating a terms of service of the gym? Otherwise, I think she's cool to go to the gym, but I'm not sure. I mean, well, I think they're opening themselves up to a whole lot of liability by not telling her she needs to stay home until she gains weight, in my opinion. I think it's a very bad idea for them to let her keep coming, but also I don't know. I think she still hasn't felt anything from her indictments at all. It's like she's just continuing on her normal life, la-di-da, and facing zero consequences whatsoever. Who knows when the criminal trial is actually going to end up being. So it's like, you know, she loves berries. I want it taken away from her because these men loved their mental health and they had that taken away from them. I want to see her suffer a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not like she can't work out. She has a very large piece of property she could walk around. She could walk around the pool a million times. She could walk around the casita, whatever. Anyway, that's just how I feel. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, so I want to see her suffer a little bit like she made everyone else suffer, which I don't obviously I don't appreciate that she did that. I want berries to be taken away. And I think even if it's not violating terms of service, I would think that it is violating some rule or another to continue going there when you're at such an unhealthy state. I would be concerned if I don't know if it's franchised or if it's everything is corporate owned, I'm not sure, but if I was a franchisee of that location, I would be very concerned that she would pass out and get injured or have a weight fall on her and crush her or like anything else, because eating disorders actually make your bones significantly more brittle. So it's much more likely that, you know, she could actually meet her end at a Barry's boot camp than walking around her pool a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Regardless of terms of service. I think it's a safety issue rather than a terms of service issue, if that makes sense.
Concerning to me. It really just kind of, in my human heart, just kind of was like something is not. I would rather someone go check on her and make sure she's safe than something happen.
No, I can appreciate that for sure. Yeah. I'm hearing you don't want that on your conscience and you have got very good reasons and you're outlining that with the explanation for sure. I personally don't have any contact with her, but I'm currently getting all kinds of messages with people that have.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
No, I don't know if you have a way, but if you want, I can send you a link to the blog so that you can also read it and get your own perspective from it. Because obviously I'm someone that's followed this case and I am.
Yes, everyone hydrate, whether with water or with wine or with something else. Everyone hydrate. Also, everyone make sure to hit like. Right, Dana? Yeah. She's got a sexy voice too. The ladies on these phones today have had sexy voices, so. Again, I still don't understand the blur though.
You know, hoping she gets convicted because she has to stop doing this fraud stuff she's doing. So I may read it with a slanted bias. I'm open to that. I'm more than willing to send it to you so you have direct perspective. Because I don't in any way want to make this out to be seem in some way like I'm trying to like get her tripped up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. And let's
Bruce says, I agree, but the stoic in me says that it's Barry's responsibility to ensure their own customer safety, and any wishes I have about that are irrelevant because it's outside my control. Yeah, for sure. We can't control any of this, but we can still say what we want to happen. But no, I mean, I don't think the government is going to take berries away from her. I think berries should take berries away from her. That's exactly what I'm thinking, is that it should come from the Barry's people to take her membership away until she until such a date where she is of reasonable weight to enter the facility. It's a serious liability issue. Hey Lana, how you doing? This is not going to be a super long one anyways, but hey Minnie T, how you doing? Yeah, not going to be a super long one because this video is not that long, and also I think we're like almost halfway through already. Yeah, I think she should have her berries taken away, not by the court system, but by berries, because at least temporarily, it's crazy. Cindy said from AI, Barry's does not have a strict pre-participation medical clearance mandates, but because classes involve high-intensity interval training, you must sign a liability waiver and notify instructors of any injuries, illnesses, or physical limitations prior to class. Right, but also just generally looking at her, like it could be up to their discretion to say, you're clearing yourself medically, but we are not clearing you. You're not healthy enough to be in this facility. Please leave. That's what I would do anyway. If someone walked in that severely malnourished. Lana stands by the speculation that she's making herself sick on purpose. I fully agree. I think there's a lot of different things behind it. I think that it's a form of control. I also think that it's to make her look more pitiable. I also think that it's to make her look super duper frail and like more meek. So that's I fully agree with you. And I'm sure there's other reasons behind it as well. Minnie T said, like, any class leader that works there wouldn't be concerned about her health. Yeah, I'm just I'm so confused that they are, that they're not. They don't seem to be concerned about her health in any way, shape, or form. But it's not even about her health. It's about the liability of her being so severely malnourished, that it's completely unsafe for her to even be in the facility, let alone working out in one of those classes. There's like weights and shit all over the place. I mean, she trips on it, breaks all the bones in her frail ass little body, and then what? What does Bears get sued to oblivion? And they actually maybe have a case because they continue to let her work out there. And I don't want them to have a case against anyone ever. I don't. Yes, Bruce agrees. Dana agrees. Lana says it's a manipulation tactic. Absolutely. Everything she does is a manipulation tactic. Everything she says, writes, and does is a manipulation tactic. Cindy said she should be required to bring a doctor's note. I agree. And maybe she is. Maybe that's the one doctor she has gone to clear her for working out. But any doctor shouldn't be clearing her to work out anyway. Right? I mean, what on earth is going on here? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Wait a minute. Hold on. Like, she shouldn't be cleared by a doctor. But yeah, it should be required for her to be to work out in that state. But I don't see how any doctor could ethically, morally clear her to work out. Minnie T says, I'm concerned about her parents continuing to pay for her to go to that place when they do know her health condition. Yeah. Okay, look, we knew way before she started on this anorexia tour that her parents are not a support system in any way, shape, or form for her other than financial. They're not helping her. They're not helping her get better. They're not helping her come to terms with life. They're not helping her become independent. They're not helping her anything, period, other than financial, but they're screwing themselves over financially as well in the process of doing that. So her parents are not a support system, which actually I appreciate this caller saying that to the police. Hey, yeah, she does not have a support system around her. And she probably could have gone into more detail about that. But anyway, I appreciate that comment from that person. Adam said, I do follow this case very closely, but what the hell is this berries I keep hearing about? What is that? I must have missed it somewhere. So there's a very famous workout class that's a HIIT class, high intensity interval training. And it's called Barry's Boot Camp. And it's a very expensive membership as well. And she goes to, I think, around 2 classes a day on weekdays on average, I think is someone did the math and that's what it mathed out to. And so she's so severely anorexic, like she shouldn't be allowed into berries, but also she loves berries and I want it taken away from her because she can finally feel the squeeze of her crimes. Obviously it wouldn't be criminally taken away from her, but berries shouldn't be letting her in. It's a liability for them. I think it's stupid. Oh yeah, Cindy, you think it's a telehealth note? For sure, yeah. I mean, it was a telehealth note that told her that it was twins, right? Boy and a girl. Lana said yes, how shitty of her parents. Yeah, to be the worst humans. Yeah, it's very shitty of them. They are her affirmation system. Yes, they absolutely are. They're telling her everything she does is wonderful. They're kissing her disgusting little ass, if she has any left, and telling her, you just keep on keeping on, honey. It's disgusting, truly disgusting. And Minnie T said, Barry's Boot Camp is a gym with classes for various exercise programs like spin. Oh, I didn't even actually know that it had a bunch of different kinds of things, but spin, steps, or hot yoga type thing, plus workout machines. Yeah. Basically a death trap for someone who is that severely anorexic, malnourished, and underweight. Yeah, Lana said it's like an Orange Theory. I guess I don't really know exactly what Orange Theory. I feel like I know more about Barry's Boot Camp because of this case than I do about anything related to Orange Theory, but I can understand the premise. It's just a bunch of workout classes basically. A lot of which include equipment. Bruce said hot yoga, that rules me out. Oh, dude. Before I was even diagnosed with EDS, my mom tried to get me to go to hot yoga with her a few times, and I kept having to sit out for more than half the class. And now I suspect I might have POTS, but I was diagnosed in 2020 with orthostatic hypotension, so I have an incredibly low blood pressure. So it turns out being in a super overheated room is not good for me. So yeah. Hot yoga rules me out too. All that to say, I'm a yapper. Anyway, Dana said just really low electrolytes are so dangerous. Oh, don't I know it? Yeah. I almost died of dehydration after I got COVID for the first time. So I know low electrolytes. I try to keep the electrolytes up too, but I've always liked salty food. I feel like she seems like she strikes me as someone who doesn't like any flavor in or on her food. Anyone else? What do you guys think food-wise she likes other than Domino's and burritos? Lana said that would just make me so cranky. Yeah, same. Yeah, 100%. All the hunger, I'd be hangry all the time. Adam said, I've heard of Orange Theory here in Florida, but not berries. Okay. Yes, so that is what it is. You're welcome. Minnie T had a lot more to say about it than I did, so.
Let's go ahead and do that. Do you want to send it to my work cell phone number if I give you that, or email? What is easier for you to direct it to me or send me the link?
Do you have an email? Because
Yes.
my phone gets weird about text messages sometimes. I live in the boonies, and for some reason, anyway.
No. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Can I, are you ready to write it down, or do you need a minute? I'll give you my email and I'll just have you send me that.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So it's my first initial.
I think they probably refused to move anywhere that like didn't have the berries. But I don't think they specifically chose Arizona just because of that. Personally, Adam or Lana, I don't know why anyway. Look, guys, my brain is like a little bit toasty today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe because I went out and gardened like 3 different times today. I don't know. But anyway. Okay, but they had to live somewhere with the berries. Oh, 100%.
Okay, I will get that link and I will get it sent to you.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate everything.
I feel like I heard a long time ago, like a very long time ago, that they moved to Arizona partly because, well, A, obviously the cost is significantly less than San Francisco, and they really needed to get the fuck out of San Francisco. And B, why do I think there was, I don't know if it was a rumor, if it was maybe something Dave said, because he was talking to some behind the scenes people or something on one of his streams, or work with Dave's or something, but I feel like someone said that she met a guy in LA or in California who was moving to Arizona, or someone, I don't know where he actually lived, but was moving to Arizona, and she kind of like followed them there, followed the guy there. I could be wrong. I feel like I remember that, but that would have been a very long time ago.
I'm going to run over right now. I've got another partner that's on the way to meet me over there. So we're going
Ugh, the buffering. The buffering. No.
to go and check her welfare right now. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You are so very welcome. You take care now.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so Cindy's mind is also toasty tonight. I went to a concert with my son last night and to the ER with my mom early this. Oh my gosh, I hope everything's okay with your mom. Oh my God, that's wild. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, my brain would be toastier than it already is if that was my situation too. Goodness. Okay, walking up to the House of Nightmares. It's a little bit overgrown, isn't it? Fake patriotism. They don't actually care about this country, or they wouldn't keep milking it dry. One day we should all share ER stories. Yeah. Actually, I did share mine in my medical stream that I did a little bit back. So if you want to watch it, feel free. Go back and take a gander. Like campfire stories. Yeah, I don't have my flashlight like under my chin though to make that like spooky face illusion. Hey, sub to Arxie. I've got mail, guys. Oh goodness, the buffering. I think I'm buffering too. Am I buffering for everyone else, or is it just me on my other screen? Am I buffering? Because it looks like I'm buffering. Bloody hell. Okay. I think it stopped buffering. I could be wrong. It seemed like it was buffering for a while anyway. Yes, buffering Hellville. Sarah said, still no power, just dropped in for a comment, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I hope everything is okay with you. I hope you're being safe and conserving battery power and stuff just in case there's an emergency. I can't believe there's still no power. My goodness gracious. Where are you located? Bloody hell. That's insane. Cindy said she has pneumonia, but she thought she was having a heart attack. Oh my God. She's home and in bed, but not feeling much better. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I will say, though, that studies, a large amount of studies show that the symptoms of a heart attack look significantly different in women than men. So always better to err on the side of caution, because we all hear, oh, like your left hand gets sore or feels funny or something, and your heart is doing, I don't know, racing or slow, feels like it's slowing down or whatever the fuck. So that's what we hear, because that affects, that's how it affects men most of the time. However, in women, a lot of times it presents as like heartburn or some other gastrointestinal seeming things. So always better to err on the side of caution, for sure. Sorry for that heart attack lecture, but important information. In my opinion. Captain Nat said, you can talk no buff. Well, I was told I was buffering as well, unless Lana was just talking about the body cam footage buffering. But on my other screen, it looked like I was buffering as well. So I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm a little bit behind on my other screen as well. That's not good. Anyway. Okay, PSA over. Buffering. Of course. Of course. Bloody hell. Oh, Captain Nads, did you mean it's just like the screen that's buffering, but the audio still works? Or like as a whole, I'm not buffering for you? This is so bizarre. I even followed Rennie's instructions. I downloaded it and then I played it from my downloads folder, not from the stream. Cindy said, don't be sorry. She did say it felt like it might be heartburn, but she wasn't sure. Yeah, see? Smart lady. Very smart lady. Definitely always be sure. I'd rather be certain than sorry. So I'm glad that she did. You haven't buffered at all for me? Really? Maybe you have like some superhuman buffer-free internet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, apparently it's for everyone, so hopefully YouTube pushes out whatever update it needs to get this shit to stop. Good grief. Let's see, I'm like 10 minutes and 50 seconds in. I just pause when my video is buffering. Oh, like okay, I see. Okay, so you guys can still hear me even when I'm buffering on the screen. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not talking into the ether when I am buffering. Because I'm like not sure how it works exactly when I'm buffering. I just see the screen is like paused. So I appreciate the feedback on that for sure. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I think maybe if I refresh the page, it will help. Maybe not, maybe. So we're up there. Buffers, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Hi. What you doing? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. I'm looking for Laura. I understand she's not in trouble.
Okay.
I understand she stays in the pool house in the back.
Yeah, what's up?
So someone called. I guess she
This
has been.
isn't a welfare.
It is a welfare check.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Something
God.
that got posted on.
Oh my God. I'm so put upon because my daughter keeps writing suicidal blog posts online for the whole public to see. Oh my God. Shut up, you stupid cunt. Anyway.
A blog concerned someone that
Oh,
read it.
These people are idiots. Oh my God.
Now,
We're idiots, but your daughter still continues to write these articles, or what she calls articles, these blog posts about her ending her life in one way or another. We're idiots though, because we're concerned that someone might be actually trying to end themselves. We're idiots. We are the idiots. Oh, yes. Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. Oh, hey, Just Jen. I just sent you the second half of the video so you don't have to play it off YouTube. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if it buffers again, I will definitely pull that up. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, actually wild. Thank you for being here today. You think she smokes 3 packs a day, Adam? That's so funny. Maybe, yeah. I mean, she sounds horrible. I can't imagine, like, when she was anchoring or whatever at that one random radio station, it must have been because there, like, was no one else. Like, their anchor quit and they had no one else to fill in the slot and they needed someone, and stop it. And she was there. Because she does not have a good voice. I don't know if maybe her voice was better back then, but either way. Blech. Blech. Jen, blech.
I didn't take the time because it was a very long posting. So I'll be honest, I didn't read through all of it. It does look like she's, talking about.
Oh my God, Bond just like launched himself at the TV. What are you doing? Are you high? I did not give him any catnip, so I'd be very surprised if he's high. I don't know what dealer he would get it from. The raccoon down the street? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, being anorexic and her
Right,
condition.
because these
and-
people have gone after her like crazy.
Okay.
And so she was posting.
Oh, bloody hell. Oops.
She posted it to say like, hey, back off,
Okay.
but hang on a second. I just don't want my dog to go. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, is it okay? Can we go to just
Well,
check
I
on
can bring
her? Or?
Let me bring her.
You want to bring her
I'll get
here?
Yeah,
That make
I'll
you more
get her.
comfortable?
I just
Okay.
don't want this guy. This guy's a little bit of an escape artist.
Oh no, we'll keep an eye on him then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got handcuffs.
Get him. All right.
Break out of him.
Okay, well, I am in the process of downloading the file. But in the meantime, why is the officer asking if that's okay for her to put eyes on her? That's her job. That's literally what she's there for. The officers here need better training. This is crazy. Okay. It's so funny. It starts working again right as I'm like, okay, I'm just going to play it off of the downloaded file. Of course. Of course. Um, Lana said, Bond read the blog post and decided to end it all, I guess. Calm down, kitty. It's only a blog. Yes, well, he might end up with kidorexia if he keeps reading that nonsense. Okay. Share video file. Downloads. Jesus. What is going on? Oh, wait, I have to pause it here. Oh, that's super annoying. Okay, anyway, I thought it was sharing the one that I already pulled up, but it is not. It is sharing its own environment, apparently. Bruce said, how does one get back off from a blog post about end-of-life fantasies? Hey. I might have to kick Bond out, guys. He's being naughty, and I don't want him to derail the stream like he did yesterday. Ugh. He did not appreciate that, but nevertheless, stop being a butthead. Stop being a butthead, or you have to go upstairs. Right? Maybe he wants treats. Maybe he's annoying me so that I'll offer him treats. That would be very bad parenting if I just let him. Then he wouldn't learn his lesson. Just like Laura never learned any lessons.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. I'm looking for Laura. I understand she's not in trouble.
Okay.
I understand she stays in the pool
She should
house
be.
in the back.
Yeah, what's up?
So someone called. I guess she
This
has been.
isn't a welfare.
It is a welfare check.
Oh my god. Oh
So
my God.
something that got posted on a blog concerned someone that
Oh.
read it.
Okay, I also really like that the cop called it a blog. He's launched himself at the TV again. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to kick him out. You butthead. You little butthead. Don't you hide from me now. Okay, I turned on his favorite toy, and he is kicked out of the studio, aka the basement dungeon. Yeah, I don't want him unplugging my camera like he did yesterday. That would not be good. That would not be good at all.
These people are idiots. Oh my god.
Now, I didn't take the time because it was a very long posting. So I'll be honest, I didn't read through all of it. It does look like she's,
It was a very
talking
long
about being
posting.
anorexic.
Such a long posting because this woman does not know how to speak in any way, shape, or form in less than 5 million words, much like her attorney. They really are meant for each other.
In her
Right,
condition.
because these
and-
people have gone after her like crazy.
Okay.
And so she was posting,
The way she writes, she's gone after herself. She's going after herself.
posted it to say like, hey, you know, back off,
Okay.
you know. But hang on a second. I just don't want my dog.
Okay, so the definition, supposedly, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. So she has written how many blog posts with suicidal ideation, and she has done it once again, and she expects a different result. Why? Why do you expect a different result? That is idiotic and insane.
To go. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, is it okay? Can we go just check on her? Or?
Let me bring her.
You want to bring her here?
Yeah,
That make you more comfortable?
I just
Okay.
don't want this guy. This guy's a little bit of an escape artist.
Oh no, we'll keep an eye on him then.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got handcuffs.
Get him. All right.
Break out of him. Though.
He would. He's too skinny for that.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just call her and have her
And
her
just
come out.
yeah, I just got to just chat with her really quick, and we'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
Thank.
Wait, is Jan dog shaming her dog for being too skinny and doesn't body shame her daughter for being too skinny? She cares more about her dog's weight than her daughter's weight? That's wild.
Thank you. No worries.
I wonder why it muted. Bruce said, someone is worried your daughter is dead and your first reaction is to call them an idiot. Strange. Yeah, because she doesn't actually care about her daughter. She cares about her dog being too skinny more than she cares about her daughter being too skinny. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Also, just Jen, if you're still here, I was curious about the blurriness. Did you guys like call someone and talk to someone about that? Like why they decided to make the artistic decision to blur the entire video? I'm so curious. Bruce said, what is the quantitative definition of like crazy? Is there a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet? No, I don't think there's a like crazy, just like there's no like real, crazy hot scale, but anyway. Oh, I keep trying to play the one on YouTube by accident. Do they mute it because they don't want people hearing the cops' conversation while they're waiting? It came like that. We're looking into it. Okay, good. Yeah. I was going to say you guys should get like a partial refund because I'm sure it cost you an arm and a leg, whoever it is that paid for it, unless they can get them the unblurred version because that is wild. Blur the phone. Absolutely blur the phone. There's no need to blur anything else. We've seen this 500 times. So you can kind of hear a little bit of a hot mic situation with probably Jan and Laura inside. Something about being charged with something. Hold on. Saying she's being charged with bark bark. Thanks, dog. Thanks. I was trying to listen to that.
Unbelievable.
And they're hysterically laughing inside. It's so funny. I know. Just Jen said they muted that part too. Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I just wonder if they muted it specifically because, like, they just didn't want the cops' conversation overheard when they're just like waiting for these idiots to come out. I don't know. And just Jen said the two cops waiting behind the one at the door were talking about Laura claiming to be pregnant by the bachelor and being charged. Oh, okay. So it's the cops that you hear in the background, not Laura and her mother. Okay. That makes more sense based on what the conversation was saying, but then the stupid dog interrupted. So the skinny, stupid dog. Anton and Hans. Is Anton another AI that I don't know about? I don't do AI, so I don't know.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm so sorry they called something
No,
in.
that's okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it sounds like we've been out before, so you understand. We just got to kind of stop by and check on you and make sure you're okay. And
this harassment group calls stuff in all the time, so
okay,
I'm used to it.
And I've never.
This harassment group calls all the time. When you write suicidal ideation blog posts, ma'am, your actions directly resulted in this. And you've seen it happen in the past multiple times, and you're still doing it. Therefore, it's still happening. You stupid cunt.
Never met you. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Kirsten.
I'm Laura. Nice to meet you.
All right. This harassment group, is this because I'm under my background for this call had something to do with an online like a blog or something, and something that was posted today.
Yes.
And someone just
I talked about having an eating disorder and how badly I want to live. So I don't know why they.
That's not what you said.
Because
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. And that's not how you said it. Nope. 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 Nope.
They have wanted to do in the past is they've called you guys out for welfare checks. And then they go and request the video, the body cam.
Okay.
So then they post it online, and then they talk about,
which is legal. All of it is legal. And if your stupid ass daughter would stop writing these blog posts, then guess what? The cops are not going to come knocking on your door until it's time for her to be taken into jail or prison. That's how it works.
how we look when we respond.
Yeah, how our family looks.
You
They
know,
make
it's-
memes of us.
It is
Oh,
a waste of
okay.
police resources. It
Mhm.
really, and
Oh.
I am so sorry that you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Us calling to make sure your daughter is actually fucking alive because you don't seem to give a shit. That is a waste of police resources. But you and your daughter literally making all this shit happen behind the scenes and also making all those calls initially against those men that did nothing wrong. That's not a waste of police resources. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Are caught in the middle
No.
of it, you know.
That's
But
okay.
I mean, yeah, and they were saying, you said that they said something that you should be thrown in jail for being anorexic.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did someone say that? Did someone say she should be thrown in jail for anorexia? I've probably said something to the effect of she should be thrown in jail despite her anorexia, not because of her anorexia. The fuck? These people are more delusional than I even thought. Lana says they're concerned about wasting resources. What about all the money you wasted? Your own and the taxpayers. What about all the false allegations? Hello, pot, call me kettle. Yes. They are the biggest hypocrites. Well, actually, the tiniest hypocrites. Oh my God, they're they're horrible humans. Horrible humans. Just Jen said they make stuff up. LOL. Yeah, of course they do. That's true. I'm just wondering if someone did say that somewhere, but I don't think most people would say she should be thrown in jail because she's anorexic. I know I would say she'd be thrown in jail despite being anorexic for sure. Bruce said, last I checked, you couldn't be put in jail for being anorexic. Yeah, exactly. Maybe someone made a joke about it, but I highly doubt it. Like most of the people in this group are not wanting to see her demise because of that. So, I mean, if you were a caring parent, you would have thrown her in a treatment clinic against her will a long time ago.
So clearly, physically at the moment, you're not bleeding out, and you're not needing medical attention.
No,
any intention of harming yourself. Want to live.
Yes.
Not upset with anyone else to the point where you feel like hurting someone else.
Not even close.
All right then.
No. We're good. No.
Good. Excellent. Stop writing it then. Stop writing it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm
Alright.
sorry about that.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. I got the call, so I came out. Yeah, and just for your own peace of mind,
It's
I
not
don't know
okay.
necessarily what route they'll take, but no one asked me for the call for service.
Bruce said 3 bankruptcy cases and 1 goofy probate case alone are probably more expensive than all these welfare checks combined. Probably. You're absolutely most likely right on that. If someone actually did the math, in general, all the money that she's drained, both of them have drained from the system, are worth way more than all of the welfare checks combined by a lot. Lana said, can they add mental health evaluation to the plea deal? That would be another waste of money. There's no point. Just throw her in a treatment clinic. There's no point in that. I mean, I don't want her to end herself by not eating, but at the same time, let's stop wasting money on this piece of shit. Just throw her in jail where she belongs and call it a day. Shove a feeding tube down her throat and move on, you know? Bruce said also, what's the arbiter of waste of public resources? Is Jan a public official? Seems odd for her to be the arbiter and judge of something that is not in her control. Absolutely. Bruce always with the logical question in a place where logic does not exist. Lana said, Bruce is right. The cops have to be out regardless. Yeah. Yep. But it is stopping them from going to the home of someone who's being beat up or something, you know? If it's not a waste of monetary resources, it is a waste of like manpower resources. And at the very least, her continuing to write this shit that she knows results in police calls she is wasting police resources when it comes down to it, because she's writing the suicidal ideations and people don't want to see her die like that, period. So they call to make sure she's alive. It's very simple. So she is still behind wasting police resources, whether we're the ones that call or not, in my opinion.
Risk number associated. The woman that I spoke to that called today to ask for the welfare check did not ask for the call for service number. So if somebody wants body camera footage, they're going to have some sort of
I
information
bet
to
they'll
get it.
somehow figure out how to get
I mean,
it.
they could,
Yeah.
but
Do you know who they were?
is the name.
Okay. Why is this cop telling them who the fuck called the wellness check? Especially since the person who called the wellness check does not know these people. Why would they tell the cop? I mean, why would the cop tell them? What the fuck? Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, Just Jen said the cop said her first name and Laura said her full name. Maybe, but she shouldn't have even said her first name. She should have said nothing about that person. She should have just said, oh, it was a woman who called and called it a day. It should be there should be some anonymity behind it. They might have heard of her before, but that's not really the fucking point, is it? Then Jan said her online username. Good, just full on doxing. Good thing they bleeped that out. They always do. Yeah, I remember that one where they gave Jan the phone number as well. What is wrong with these cops? They shouldn't be giving out this information at all. Unless the person who calls specifically says, you can give them my information. Welfare check should not be, the cops performing a welfare check should not be giving the information of the individual who called, any of the information of the individual who called the welfare check. What the fuck? We need some serious retraining of the Scottsdale PD. Bruce said, sounds like Laura and Jan are stalking a person who called in the check. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they've made this person's life a living hell. It's actually wild. Jen said they didn't bleep it out. They left it all. You guys bleeped it out. Thank you. Fucking hell. That pisses me off even more. It really does. It really, really does. What the fuck is wrong with these people? We need to start complaining. Maybe we need to call the Scottsdale PD on the Scottsdale PD to get more training. because this is actually crazy. Especially since it's a public interest case. It's not, it's not like people actually know these people. They're just following the situation. And this woman keeps writing suicidal ideations online, so they call wellness checks. The information does not need to flow both ways in that case.
She harasses me.
She has posted about Laura 20,000 times.
Okay.
20,000 posts about Laura. Laura has never met the woman.
She's
Yes, she does. I just spoke with her briefly before I came over
She's
here.
literally insane. Yeah,
Okay.
she's absolutely a stalker. She's obsessed with me. So.
Oh, yeah,
she's not concerned about me at all. She wants body cam footage. They all just want body.
Okay. She's a stalker of me. Laura, you wish, you wish you were that important to someone. No one cares about you enough to be stalking you. I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry. I don't care. You're an unimportant piece of grime underneath people's shoe. That's what you are. She's stalking you. Get fucked. You wish you were important enough to stalk.
Bonded over their hatred of Laura. And Laura had gotten pregnant.
We don't hate Laura. We hate injustice. Does anyone actually hate Laura? I know I've said it jokingly here and there, like, oh, I hate her. I don't hate her on a human to you. I mean, I kind of do. Okay, she's a very hateable person, but no one hates her, Like, we all just like justice. It's very simple. We hate injustice way more than we hate Laura, who is causing all the injustice in this case. But
By a guy who was the Bachelor on TV. And
Bachelor,
so
The Bachelor.
Then
Everyone drink. The Bachelor.
he decided that she wasn't really pregnant, even though she tested positive for a pregnancy in front of him and has
Yes.
medical records and all.
I mean, honestly, even if I met her, I would still I do kind of hate her, to be honest. I do. I hate everything she does. I think she's a horrible, rotten human. And I do generally highly, highly dislike terrible, rotten humans. I think she's ugly from the inside out. And I hate what she puts these people through. And to an extent, I do hate her. I do. But I don't hate her enough to stalk her. She wishes she was that important in people's lives. No one cares. No one cares enough about her to stalk her. We just want to see justice be done. Cindy said, I save my hate for people I actually know. Yeah, I would say I dislike her with the fire of 1,000 suns more than hate. I just say I hate her when I'm watching injustice happening on these kinds of videos and stuff. Adam said it's unbelievably frustrating to sit here and watch her so oblivious to all of this when she is single-handedly ruined so many lives. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. I hate what she does. And again, I think she's a horrible, rotten human. Bruce said Laura thinks the person who called in the check is literally insane. She would know. She knows insane more than all of us. Did she do a psych eval? Did she call Lauren? Where is her evidence of an insanity determination? She just says shit, Every time her lips move, she's lying. We already know this. I really need to get that clip on my soundboard. I know you're lying. Your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? Like I said, these two bitches think everyone's dumb. These two cunts, they think everyone's dumb. It's horrible. Just Jen said the Macau investigation report came out about a week and a half after this. Yeah, they didn't realize. They talked to cops and they didn't realize that was coming. And How glorious that was. Bruce said, even if someone hates Laura, that does not have any bearing on if a person is okay or not during a welfare check. Yes, true. Exactly. True. Yeah. They should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Ugh. Jen said, it makes me wonder if Jan would still be talking about Laura's positive pregnancy tests. If the investigation report didn't come out, yeah. I'm sure they would be. I'm sure they would. She peed pregnant 400 times. Didn't you know? God. She kept peeing pregnant. She was definitely pregnant. I believe she was pregnant with twins. Jan seems, oh yeah, I think Jan loves the attention. I think it's been a very long time since Jan has gotten any attention at all. And I think she loves it. I think she craves it. I don't know why she quit being a journalist in the first place, or an anchor. If she loved the spotlight so much, she obviously ingrained it in her horrible, rotten daughter. Bruce said, pregnancy test is proof of HCG. Yes, not pregnancy. There are no medical records from an OB/GYN in this case. None. Where's the clinical pregnancy, paternity, miscarriage? There is none. Yes, because she made it all up. It's in her head. That's where. Cockamamie scheme. Clayton didn't decide anything. He was merely unconvinced by her. Poor evidence, because she failed to provide good evidence. She failed, Jan. Failure. Yes, she's a failure in life. She's a failure as a human. She's a failure as a daughter. She's a failure in any kind of, employment endeavor. She's a failure at jumping over things that are more than 1 foot tall. She's on a horse. She's a failure at eating the meal that she is so graciously provided. She is a failure at lots and lots and lots of things. She's a failure at being a decent role model for her fucking nephews. She's a failure at being a decent sister. She's a failure at pretty much everything one can possibly be a failure at. She's not a failure at surviving, but Dana said Jan's attitude with Clayton was crazy. He's a joke, honey. He's a joke. Yes, disgusting. Truly disgusting. Adam said, ha 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 ha. What a failure. She basically failed at being a human, really. Oh, good. Now that's not playing.
All of that stuff, proving that she was in.
It's just been,
There's a whole lot of history and
Right.
background
Right.
here. And
Graphic evidence and the whole thing.
okay.
She had a miscarriage. So then he went around and has.
Wait a minute, I missed
he was
something.
The Bachelor on TV.
There we go.
And so then he decided that she wasn't really pregnant, even though she tested.
I missed that part. He decided she wasn't pregnant. No, he knew that blowjobs don't generally result in babies. That's kind of how it works. If it does, then you really need to go see a doctor. Several, in fact. Lana said, I think at this point, she's just existing, not even living life. Yeah, I don't think she ever really lived life. I think she's always just existed, hanging off the coattails of her parents and sister, really. Pathetic.
Positive for a pregnancy in front of him and has medical records and all of that stuff, proving that she was in photographic evidence and the whole thing.
She doesn't have
She had
medical
a
records.
miscarriage. So then
What medical records does she have? What medical records does she have of a miscarriage? What medical records does she have of a pregnancy in the first place? She doesn't have any medical records. Pissing pregnant does not make you pregnant. Waiting around for the Netflix drop. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be epic. Why does this keep happening?
in front of him and has medical records and all of that stuff, proving that she was in photographic evidence and the whole thing.
Okay.
She had a miscarriage.
What
So
do
then
photographs
he
have to
went-
do with being pregnant? Yeah, exactly, Dana. What the fuck? What do photos what do photos have to do with being pregnant? Do you mean where you like intentionally ate gluten that you were insensitive to or whatever, and like, or that you are sensitive to, and like blew your belly out purposely to try to make it look really, really huge? Is that what you mean? And you also like just stacked up weeks and weeks of constipation to take those stupid pictures and videos? Is that what you mean? Faux fiber photos, yeah. Well, that was for Greg, but yeah. Oh my God. I hate these people. See, there, I say it again, but I feel like I don't. When I say hate in this context, I don't hate them personally because I don't know them personally. So you're right. Yes, you save your hate for people you know in person. Yeah, absolutely. I do. I hate them from afar, I guess. So anyway.
Around and has tried to make him portray himself as a victim, that, oh, she wasn't really pregnant.
He has these
Everyone had
Bachelor fans who like hate me. That's
He presented himself as a victim because he's a fucking victim of you and your fraud, you dumb cunt. Bruce said, I mean, I think people overplay the negativity of failure. You have to fail a bunch to learn and become better. The problem is Laura does not learn that she failed to provide sufficient court evidence. She doesn't learn anything. She doesn't learn, period. And the thing is, like, when I say she's a failure, I mean, she's a failure who never learned to succeed after failing, you know? She, like, in every way, in every single way, she just keeps failing harder and harder and harder. And she's not going to become like a Mark Cuban because of it, you know? She has no possibility of becoming anything besides a felon. Lana said, you hate the fact that they're damaging others. It's a fair point. Yes, yes, I do. I very much do. I hate that so much. Fletcher Boy, hello, hello, said, I suffer severe secondhand embarrassment for them. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I'm incensed by them rather than embarrassed, but yeah, I think that's very fair. Bruce said zero proof of miscarriage, Jan. Zero proof of pregnancy, zero proof of miscarriage, zero proof of ever telling the truth. Ever. Yes, same, exactly. Oh God, not again. Oh no, did it like...
So then he went around and has tried to make him portray himself as a victim, that, oh, she wasn't really pregnant.
Fletcher Boy said, on the plus side, Laura will never be able to legally own a firearm. So there's that. It's not enough of a plus side, though. It's a very small, those are some small grapes. I want gigantic grapes. You know? Yeah, exactly, Lana. I was freaking out when I saw that. I was like, she said she's never even seen a gun. What are you talking about? Have you never turned the television on? What do you mean you've never even seen a gun?
I mean, I've literally never even seen a gun in my life. Whatever the hell that is.
Whatever the hell that is. The fuck? Bitch, you've seen a gun. And you live in a state where people probably, I think people just like kind of walk around with guns. No? Oh dear. I'm buffered. Yeah, and also guns can be purchased illegally, unfortunately. There's always a black market for that shit. And Fletcher Boy said she's unhinged enough to go buy one. Absolutely. Absolutely. She is incredibly unhinged. Hopefully, I think the buffering hopefully has stopped. Because I think I was buffering, because even StreamYard showed me buffering for a minute there. Everyone, please make sure and like the stream. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh,
he has these Bachelor fans who like hate me. That's
okay. I would say probably somewhere between 75 and 100% of the people who are following this case are not Bachelor fans. Most of them are true crime fans, not Bachelor fans. You dumb bitch.
So there's just been,
It's just been, yeah.
there's a whole lot of history and
Right.
background
Right.
here
2
involved
years.
in this. Okay,
Right,
okay.
Right, and he got Charlie Kirk. He didn't tell Charlie Kirk that he wanted Laura to have an abortion.
What does Charlie Kirk have to do with this? I know that he went on Charlie Kirk's podcast at some point. He was one of the few people that like had him come on to tell his story. Yes, very good point, Fletcher boy. Everyone, make sure to get your Schmear campaign merch. We are all proud members of the fake online Schmear campaign. Make sure to get your merch. That is a bagel that I took a picture of and then ate because I live in the state of bagels and Schmear. So make sure to get your merch at hellville.here.myspreadshop.com. And there's currently a sale going on, 20% off of everything. So now's a very good time to get it. I just got my Mean Girls inspired drop myself. So that should be coming in the next handful of days, however long it takes them to ship that to me. But hey, from the date of this stream, you can figure out how long it takes for them to ship things out. I chose standard shipping because I don't like to pay extra for things that I'm going to receive anyway. Lana said, haven't seen The Bachelor or anything in that realm since Trista and Ryan got... Oh, that was infancy Bachelor, hey. Yeah, that's quite a while ago. They're name dropping, no other reason. 100%. They want to make themselves seem more famous than they actually are. And they think dropping The Bachelor constantly is going to get them closer to fame, which it's not. It's not. Infamy, maybe, but not fame. And The Bachelor's not even going to get you infamous at this point. Lana said, girl, I have questions about New York bagels. To me, they taste very strong, but I can't put my finger on why they're different. They taste very strong. What do you mean? Like the toppings and stuff taste strong? Probably because they are done correctly. Or do you mean the bagel itself tastes strong? I like a strong tasting bagel personally. I'm not a poppy fan. I like an everything or a sesame or an egg bagel or a garlic bagel. Onion bagels became a little after I had the COVID and my sense of taste kind of got screwed up. You can't figure it out what tastes strong about it. Maybe it uses more garlic or more onion or more salt than you're like used to. Where are you used to getting bagels from that you think the New York bagel tastes really strong? Dana said just feels like a rant for the record. 100%. Almost everything they say is a rant for the record, to be fair.
But
Yeah,
he
Mom,
just
Charlie
grants.
Kirk needs to know all the,
There's
it's a
there's
2.5.
Something with the dough. I don't know. Maybe because they put salt into the dough. Maybe they put the right amount of salt. I mean, bagels I think they were invented in New York or New Jersey. So we make them right. We do. And then we boil them in water because that's what they're supposed to do. Bruce said, Jan is storytelling in order to try to convince someone why someone else would call an ill intent wellness check. Yeah, exactly. You always articulate the things that I am trying to say, but not getting across properly. So you pick up where my brain toastiness kicks in. Thank you. The problem is she's just storytelling. It's not convincing at all. No. And I would love to have like someone who's a true body language expert. Obviously you can't in this blurry ass video, but I would love to see a true body language expert like read these two idiots' body language. I'm so curious what they would have to say whenever they're spinning these tales.
Yeah, and that's all my needs now. I mean, she's just crazy. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
she's
is there
crazy.
any way that you could maybe contact her and tell her that to make false reports is not?
Yeah, because there was nothing that said I was going to kill myself or anything. She had no reason.
It's not a false report. She literally thought that you were dead in your mesita. It's not a false report. All the shit you do is a false report. What was done today was not a false report. That was not a false report. That was an actual report from a concerned citizen. Shut up. They make me mad. Big mad.
That's all my good grief. I mean, she's just crazy. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
But is there any way that you could maybe contact her and tell her that to make false reports is not?
yeah, because there was nothing that said I was going to kill myself or anything. She had no reason. To be
No,
You're
and she
slowly
didn't-
killing
when I
yourself.
asked her, because I always do that when I'm
Yeah.
on these kinds of calls. I ask like what statements were made or what
Yeah.
was it that you read,
Uh-huh.
and all that was articulated was the only comment she repeated was something reading that acknowledging the eating disorder may kill you.
Clayton, or why did I call you Clayton? I know it's one of the next words, but wow. Bruce said, is she implying that if Clayton talked about abortion, that Clayton talked about abortion as an option? If Laura was pregnant, Charlie Kirk would have frowned upon that. What a weird argument. Every argument they make is weird. None of it makes sense because they're just pulling it out of their asses at every point in time. It doesn't make sense because it never existed. Like,
Right.
And so, and honestly, I tried to start with a phone call to you instead of coming to your home.
I think they're probably just mad that Clayton probably reached a broader audience on Charlie Clerk. Charlie, what the fuck is his name? Charlie Kirk, not Clerk. I think they're pissed that he reached a larger audience on Charlie Kirk than he did on The Bachelor, to be honest. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Hey, Mother Pugger, how you doing? Welcome. Yes, they are both always storytelling. I mourn for the life that Laura could have had if she decided to be a fiction writer instead of this. You know, she could have written smutty novels about, you know, horse handlers and like people, like other the princesses or who the fuck knows. I don't know, like a Princess Buttercup type of deal. Like, she could have had an actual career. She's so good at telling random stories all the time. Like, she could have possibly had an actual career. I mourn for that life that she could have had. And it's just really sad that her parents didn't support her in a way to encourage that kind of creativity to come out in a healthy way and in a way that could actually, like, give something back to society as opposed to just being a leech on the universe that she is now. That they all are, frankly.
Home because I thought, okay, everything
Everyone
that I'm
hydrate.
hearing, I think I'm just going to give you a quick call instead
Uh-huh.
of coming by.
Right.
I just couldn't get you on the phone.
Oh, shoot. I am
So
Oh my
you-
God. Wait, she wasn't going to go to these people's house after a wellness check was called? What the? They all need training for many different reasons. We all need to write letters to the, I'm not making a whole letter writing campaign, but maybe we need to have another one to the Scottsdale PD, you know, main office or whatever, main precinct. Like that they all need training on not giving out callers information to people that you're performing welfare checks on. And B, if a welfare check is called in and you deem it's probably or possibly credible, you should have to go and lay eyes on the person. What do you mean that you weren't going to go? Did anyone else who's watched this video back and done a stream on it, did anyone, oh my God, that's so weird. I just realized that it's like darkening out my face if I put my hand up. Okay, anyway. ADD, squirrel. My Adderall's worn off. Did anyone else who's done a stream on this, did anyone else comment on this? That this cop was just going to call them and not put eyes on this bitch? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Captain Nad says, Lana, good New York bagels have crust and good chew. It may also taste slightly yeasty, layers of flavors. It's probably the yeast that you think is strong. Maybe. I don't know exactly what it is. I know I've made bagels in the past and they've been delicious, but now I just buy them. Fletcher Boy said, Lana, a good onion bagel is delicious. It sounds gross, but the onions break down and add a touch of sweet. Yes, absolutely. With butter and schmear. 100%. 100%. I love a good lox spread. I also love a good vegetable cream cheese. And I like Tempty specifically. If I'm going to have plain cream cheese, it has to be Tempty cream cheese. That's my chosen schmear. Otherwise, plain cream cheese with like a slice of tomato, a slice of not red onion because COVID fucked that up for me. And lox. Perfection. Perfection. Bagels are a perfect food in my opinion. Mother Pugger said, I'm a minute behind, so my comment might be weird timing. LOL. No. It's not weird timing. Jan is always storytelling. So, you know, there's a good chance that 1 minute later she's still storytelling. You were not behind. It fit. It fit. Lana said, Fletch, I do love an everything bagel, but it might just be this one bagel place by the house. Yeah. I usually love a bagel. Yeah, I would try a different bagel place. If you find me on Discord and let me know where you are, I might be able to figure out a good bagel place for you. I'm a bagel whore, by the way, because my food pyramid is like mostly carbs. Panera or Great American Bagel or oh my god, no, Panera doesn't. No, those aren't bagels. Those are like one step up from Thomas bagels, frozen bagels. Those are not bagels. Those are, nope, nope, nope. What state do you live in? At least. Cindy said, I'm more of a blueberry muffin type of person. I mean, to each their own. There are also blueberry bagels, believe it or not. And there's cinnamon raisin bagels and also, I've personally never wanted like sweet bagels because I like salty schmear, probably because of my orthostatic hypotension and I've been self-medicating my whole life. I don't know. But anyways, Mother Pugger said, I used to work at Chompy's, a New York deli bakery out here in AZ. They had famous bagels and allegedly used New York water to make them. I mean, I know that there are some places in California that actually do also ship out New York water. It is a different breed of water. It is superior to most other water in this country. And it makes amazing bagels and amazing pizza. So basically amazing dough. Fletcher Boy says, find the small independent spots 1,000,000%. Absolutely that. More love added than the big chains, and usually the flavor is better. And all the cream cheeses are better. Delicious. Yeah, Mother Pugger, exactly. Not Panera. No. That's blasphemy. I am deeply offended. Lana, I'm so deeply offended by going to Panera and calling that a bagel. Oh, you're in Chicago. Okay. I don't know how many proper bagel places there are over there, to be honest. So I'll look into it and I'll let you know. I'll do some bagel search. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Unless you mean Panera from 15 years ago. No, even 15 years ago. No. That's not a bagel place. Captain Nad said salt bagels are just lazily knotted jumbo pretzels. Discuss. I love that. I actually do love that. That's great. I mean, it is slightly different. The crust doesn't like brown as much, and there's definitely more dough involved. But overall, it's an incredibly doughy, lazily knotted. My brain, I'm telling you guys, it's a very doughy, lazily knotted jumbo pretzel, and it's just not brushed with, is it egg white that makes the egg wash that makes the pretzels so dark? I don't know, but anyway. Getting hungry now. Yeah, I'm almost done with my zucchini, guys. The zucchini that I grew is dinner. So I'm almost done with that. Sorry if you can smell the garlic through the mic. I do apologize for that. I don't think you can, but anyway, it's delicious and it's really good for your heart, I think, garlic, right? Fletcher Boy said Captain Nad's yes about the pretzel situation. That's so funny. Dana said in Virginia used to have a restaurant that made fresh bagels all over. Brought a platter of fresh bagels with butter as soon as seated. I love that. Definitely, most likely that is also better than Panera. Panera does not a bagel. Like I said, Panera is like a one step up from Thomas Frozen Bagels. We don't do bagels from Panera unless you're desperate. Lana said, sorry to have offended you. I only eat one bagel from there. Is there like a special flavor? There used to be a special flavor of bagel that I liked when I was going to school in Buffalo, and Buffalo does not have good bagels. It's not a statewide thing, guys. New York is more than just Long Island, the city, and Westchester. It's the whole rest of the state. It goes far up north. It goes far west. It goes pretty much up to the border of up to the border of Canada. It's not all like downstate. So I don't know about the whole rest of the state because I haven't tried bagels everywhere in New York, but the bagels in Buffalo suck. But my dorm at the time, they had the sun-dried tomato bagels. I loved those so much with either plain or vegetable cream cheese. I had one almost every morning. It was so good. It was so good. So, I mean, they aren't proper bagels, but that particular flavor really got me. So, what's your flavor? I need to know. This is very important information. Mother Pugger said, Captain, I wonder if pretzel dough is slightly different. It probably is. I do think it is probably. Maybe there's like less yeast in pretzel dough because it doesn't seem to be as poofy unless it's a Bavarian pretzel. And then I don't know. I'm not a chef. I am not a chef. Someone ask AI. LL Cool Blom, hello, said, stop. I'm bagel slumming it in Minnesota. Don't you know? You betcha. Yeah, I think there's a lot better chance of finding a good bagel spot in Chicago or near Chicago than there is in Minnesota. I suspect the Jewish population is a little bit higher in Chicago. Therefore, you might find better bagel options there. Sorry. Captain Nad said Lana needs a New York bagel special delivery. Hey, I mean, I'll send her one from my local spot. I will. I don't know how good it will be in a couple of days. Maybe overnighted. I don't know. We'll see. But I would be willing to, if you compensate me for it, like literally, as long as I'm zeroed out, I will do it. I will go there. I will get it for you. I will send you schmear in like an ice pack thing, and I will overnight it to you. All the bagels. Love the bagels. And Zoe is LOLing at something that Fletcher Boy said. And now I have to read up the chat to see the last thing. Maybe you're laughing at him saying yes to the pretzel comment. Or independent spots. More love than big chains. Anyway, I want to know what the joke is, guys. I want to know what the joke is, always. Lana said, back in the day, Panera had sun-dried tomato bagel, cream cheese. It was fire. Yeah, I'm sure it probably was really good. But I would buy the cream cheese and then take it home to a bagel that's from a proper bagel spot personally. But I'm sure I'm going to find you a Chicago decent place to get a bagel. Captain Nad said, I agree. Jumbo pizza dough is different. You mean jumbo pretzel dough? Yeah. Pretzel dough. Oh, that's the next. Keep reading, Hellville. Keep reading. LL Cool Blom says, for real. Captain Nads is a Flagel fan. Yes, I am also a fan of the Flagel. Frequently, I will get a flat or Flagel everything with vegetable cream cheese. If they don't have an egg everything. I love me an egg everything. So good. So good. You're coming to New York in November. Well, Lana girl, let's meet up. Let's get some bagels. If you're going to the city, oh, you are. You said NYC. Essa Bagel. It's on 50th or 51st and 3rd, I believe. That is the definitive spot in New York to get bagels. Just putting it out there for you. So I'll find you a bagel there. Yay. Nice, Lana. Hellville will feed you. Yes. 100%. Okay. We got off on a bagel tangent, as we are wont to do.
I missed a number with the
dog
same
phone
area
number. Yeah.
code.
Okay.
I don't know. When I dial phone numbers from my app, it just automatically pops up with the same area code that your phone number has. A few moments
yes, and
ago.
it's like point
Me.
raise. Okay, that's what
I had gotten one too about 10 minutes ago. So
That I didn't try because
Okay.
I actually did try to find information on you because that was the other thing.
Yeah.
Not Jan thinking she's just as important as her idiot daughter. You think the cops were reaching out to you, dumbass? I'm dead. Lana said, will do. No need to ship. Haha, I'll sit in wonder until November. Sorry about the bagel tangent. Don't apologize. I love a bagel tangent. I'm a bagel whore. So I turned it into a tangent. I could have ignored the comment, but I chose not to. It's just my fault. Much more than it is yours.
Thought, well, maybe if I can call mom
Right.
yeah.
instead.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
because I couldn't get a hold of anyone by phone, that's why I
Then you had to
physically
come.
came to the
Yeah.
house. Now I have to come to the house.
Uh-huh.
So that's the
Yeah.
reason for me
Okay.
stopping by.
Yeah.
I tried to just
I don't understand. Is a phone call allowed in a wellness check? Does anyone know? Captain Nad said, I will buy a dozen bagels tomorrow, gain 5 pounds, and blame Lana. Just buy one. Just go to a bagel spot. In fact, yeah, anyway, just go to a bagel spot, assuming you're in a place that has bagels, and get one. You don't have to get a dozen, just get one. And let it be the most delicious bagel you've had in a long time.
resolve it and check on you via phone, but I
I'm
couldn't,
so
so
sorry.
I
I was
came
almost
here.
after that, and I didn't. So,
Yes.
yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, I am really sorry. I mean, it's awful because we also think like, if we really need help, and we've called the Scottsdale Police Department before and said, hey, these people are doing this.
We've called the Scottsdale Police Department before. Well, that's an understatement. The police resource wasters themselves in the flesh. I'm searching. This is buffering. Of course. Of course it's buffering. Oh, it's paused. I thought I had it playing. Okay. Anyway. No, a phone call from a concerned individual or family member is not sufficient to complete a formal wellness check. Hold on. Is a phone call sufficient for a wellness check? The Okay, let's see. Let's see what AI says. No, a phone call alone is generally not considered sufficient for a standard police wellness check. Law enforcement protocol requires an in-person visual and verbal assessment of the individual whenever a welfare concern is officially dispatched, as a phone call cannot verify physical safety, medical emergencies, or environmental hazards inside a home. Okay, so basically, we all need to write letters to the Scottsdale PD with that enclosed. Make sure to wear gloves so they can't fingerprint it. Just saying. Thanks, AI, I guess. I'm sure there's another source that pretty much states that, but that is actually crazy. The Law Dictionary, that sounds like a reputable source. Cindy said, Jan looks like she's lost weight too. Not body shaming, just noticing. Yeah, she seems to also be wearing a very oversized sweater. So I don't really know what her body looked like in the first place. I know she just looks like an evil witch, but I don't know what her body looked like in the first place, but she might have lost weight. She has been going to Barry's after all. Stress. Yeah, maybe she's definitely stressed, right? She can't afford her house. She's going to be kicked out soon. According to the lawdictionary.com, or sorry, not .com, .org, so you know it's serious because it's .org. Even though you can purchase a .org domain. But anyway, I digress. Let's see here. I want the actual. If you live in the same area, you may be permitted to accompany the authorities. Important to proceed with caution. Legal considerations. No court order is required for police to conduct a welfare check as long as they have a reasonable grounds to believe that an inhabitant in a residence is in danger. They can legally enter the premises. They typically knock on the door and wait for a response before announcing their law enforcement affiliation. They still receive no response. They may enter the property. This is particularly useful when someone inside the house is unconscious or otherwise unable to respond. The ability to enter the property without permission means the emergency aid can be rendered. In some cases, this is a life-saving intervention. I'm sure it is. When it's people who actually need the resources. I'm sure it is a life-saving endeavor. When to request a welfare check? What is a welfare check? Okay, a welfare check, known as a wellness check, aka wellness check, is when police stop by a person's home to make sure they are okay. Requests for welfare checks may be made by friends, family, and neighbors, or online watchers of situations. Typically, after someone unexpectedly stops answering their phone or getting in touch with others, or goes on and on and on all the time about their suicidal ideations. Most people think of the police as patrolling the streets looking for wrongdoers or responding to calls, when many people don't realize it's just the police in their community are also available to conduct welfare checks. What many people don't realize is that the police in their community are also available. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. My brain, guys, is toasty. Also available to conduct welfare checks. The essential law enforcement function is an important tool for building safe communities. That didn't really say specifically, but it does make it seem like it's a physical, according to the lawdictionary.org, it does seem like it's they have to put eyes on the person. And based on previous welfare checks and other cases and stuff like that, I think they have to put eyes on the person. So just calling would have been a serious issue to begin with. Good thing she didn't answer the call. The Scottsdale PD need training, man. What the hell is going on here?
Need help, and we've called the Scottsdale Police Department before and said, hey, these people are doing this, but it's like, if we really needed help, you know, would
But
you guys
they're-
be kind
They'll
of like,
come.
oh, it's a
They keep coming.
baloney thing, so.
Oh no, we'll come every time. Yes, we will.
Is it 1970? Does she just say phony baloney? The fuck?
All right, okay. Okay, well, we just, you know, we feel bad about it.
Yeah.
you know.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for. Just do my job. Glad you're okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have no intention of, I can't call her back to ask your point. I don't want to call somebody back and say that they were making a false report.
I'm just curious if the police sees the caller's side as more truthful or the Owens side as more truthful. Like, I'm so curious what was going on in her head, other than giving out information she should not have been giving out and wanting to not actually complete a proper welfare check.
Because in her, like the way she explained it to me, and I'm just saying this is what it was explained to me, it was that based on that comment, there was some concern that maybe.
I'm actually surprised that the cop isn't saying, like, the person that called is actually a former social worker, so therefore they had reason to believe, based on your writing, that you might have actually intended to harm yourself, whether quickly or slowly, one way or another. So it was actually a legitimate call because of all the shit you said in your stupid ass blog post.
You needed some help or resources.
Right.
Maybe not in those
what
words.
What they wanted to do was harass and,
Right.
and embarrass.
You know, because I do get that, and I get things like this all the time. They're like, make them stop calling.
We don't need to embarrass you. You embarrass yourself just by existing.
And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Everyone needs to be able to
Right.
call the police,
Yeah,
and then we
Yeah.
get to filter through it.
Right.
Right.
So I filtered through.
Right.
At this point, everything's good. I'm gonna get out of your hair.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so
Right.
much.
And they talk online about how bored they are if there's nothing going on. So they
Why aren't you letting this cop get back to her job? Why are you keeping her after she already said goodbye? Also, I would like to say that the Albareno pairs beautifully with the soy and garlic zucchini that I made.
like create
drama. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
So
you ever, and I'm assuming I wasn't gonna read through everything that was posted. If you ever needed any kind of resource, I'm just gonna give you this card. I don't know if you've ever talked to anyone with a card.
Oh.
Call me crazy. Does anyone else think that this officer should actually have read the whole article, or at least halfway through, before actually showing up? I know sometimes it's an emergency to show up or whatever, but based on the situation, it might have behooved her to actually read some or half of the blog post before going, so that she could get a fuller story of why the person called in the first place, which I'm sure if she had actually read it, she would agree that there might be something here. There might be an issue here.
I mean, I have a
Crisis
counselor,
people.
but I mean, I'm a psychiatrist, but you know.
no, that's
You're
very
right.
nice.
No, I
That's
really
very
appreciate
Just
nice.
wanted you to have it. I mean,
No, it's
you
very
sorry.
know that
Did Laura just say she has a psychiatrist? Is it more than telehealth? My psychiatrist is telehealth, but I've seen my psychiatrist in person before. If she had a psychiatrist, she would have been committed ages ago. Why do I believe nothing that these bitches say?
we've got
Totally. No, I-
civilian employees. They're kind of like social workers.
Yeah.
They've got a tons of resources in our community for anyone that feels that they might need some assistance with something. I always pass those out or direct people to talk to them because they're so much more knowledgeable about things that are available in the community
Right.
to our
Right.
citizens.
Right.
All right, my
No,
dears.
I really appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
That's
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah,
Okay,
take
have a
care.
Have a great night.
Thank
So
you.
much.
All right. Well, That is the end of this round of bullshit by the Owens. So my takeaways are that the Owens will always spin something, obviously. We already knew that, to be fair. The police need some serious training. Like, the serious training. They are very, very poorly trained as far as these wellness checks go. And Lana needs a really good New York bagel. And so does shoot, who's in Minnesota? LL Cool Blom also needs a New York bagel. Again, willing to ship. I do have access to the best bagels. So yeah, those are my takeaways. What a wild ride. I do hope that we receive the footage unblurred, because I think that's absolute bullshit, and at the very least deserves a partial refund for what they paid for the FOIA, which, by the way, freedom of information should also be free. It has it in the name and everything. But anyway, I digress. I hope we get the unblurred footage. I really think that the cops need to be trained. I think that's the biggest action item that, like, maybe we could bring attention to as a community. Maybe. I would maybe ask someone who is more well-versed in that, though. Maybe, like, Megan would know if that would be worthwhile to, like, have a letter writing campaign to the local PD, because they really need training. Giving out information of the caller who called in a wellness check is so incredibly inappropriate, unless the caller specifically requested for them to tell them, as well as calling for a wellness check. No. AI disagrees. The lawdictionary.org seems to disagree. Those are my takeaways. And bagels in New York are superior, obviously. Lana says, in November, I will get my bagel, promise. Thanksgiving weekend. Excellent. Yes. Get your bagel. And like I said, if you're going to be in Manhattan, Essa Bagel on 51st or whatever that is on the in Midtown East. That is the best place to get bagels in the city. So, not the one downtown. Nope. All right. Well, I believe that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked my commentary. These people make me curse a lot, so if you're susceptible. Also, I do have a potty mouth, to be fair. They just make me curse more than usual, I think, because they're scourges of the earth. They are a curse on humanity, and they make humanity curse. It just is what it is. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me tonight, guys. I will be back if and when something new happens in this case. I'll be back later this week. Otherwise, possibly on Sunday night, maybe I'll do a Reddit reading if I pack before that happens. So we'll see. You're so welcome, Cindy. All right. I did not pull up a cute video to go out on. I guess I could pull up one of the ones that that I have saved that I thought is very funny. Oh, you're so welcome, Lana. I appreciate you guys being here. And yes, good night, Captain Nads. Okay, I am going to, let's see. I'm going to share. This is one of my favorite things that I've probably seen in a very long time. So, Bye, guys. Oh, no, wait. There we go.